Yeah. Thank you for tuning in to No Flag Radio. I'm your host, P. Good seeing y'all on this Saturday. And shit. Today we talking about our brother Sandy Darity marking up HR40 for the lames out there. You know what I'm saying? They're not lame. I'm talking about these presidential candidates. We gonna speak the youngster talk. Some lame motherfuckers. If y'all catch my spelling. Oh, let me throw it up in the chat so y'all can check me out. What up, POP? What up, big boy? Hola. Brother Darity marking up HR40 for the lames out there, you know? So, if y'all know, our brother Sandy Darity is doing work for foundational Black America, Native Black America, American descendants of slavery, ground state Black America, however you want to phrase it, right? And we know the Democratic debates was this week, a few days back, and all the candidates up there pretty much were trying to hitch a ride on HR40. Like it's some sort of in-depth black agenda going on, right? Yang tried to hitch a ride on it. Yang kicking that shit. Warren tried to hitch a ride on it. And look, we've already said that it's a document that leaves a bunch of BS on the table for us. It doesn't get to the meat of what we need to repair black society. And in light of arming us with something to go at these politicians with in terms of our expressed agenda in as many formal ways as possible, our brother Sandy Darity has given us this tool. We got people like Jamion Fowler, you know what I mean? Jamion Fowler, he gonna run up on you and he gonna be like, yo, what do you think about reparations? If you're a presidential candidate, right? He gonna run up on you and ask you, what's up with reparations? But yo, you can also slap this motherfucking piece of paper with this redacted HR40, this edited HR40 in their hands too. When you run up on them like that, Jamion Fowler, not to criticize like negatively or whatever, just speaking in general, it's a tool for everybody. That's what I'm saying. What I've seen in these edits, and if you follow me on Twitter, follow me on my Twitter, P still DGAF. I fuck with you. If you don't got no bullshit content, I fuck with you. Follow me on Twitter so you can, get these types of documents and things of this nature. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you know when I'm dropping. And also don't forget to fuck with my Teespring. Got all kind of shit. And as a matter of fact, if y'all want to call in today, I'll leave the line. I'll open the lines in maybe about the next 15 minutes or so. If anybody want to call in, chitnat with your boy for a quick spell. It's good. I would have been up a little earlier today, but I had to send out some extra tweets. Had to get sent out some extra receipts. Had to get sent out to a few faces and names. So that's the thing. Is it real? Yo, what up? Is it real? I think I've seen you before. What's good? Got my man G-Man Condo. He ain't playing. He in the chat. Catching motherfuckers. You understand shit? Yeah, man. What's good, big bro? What's good, G-Man? Everybody shout out to G-Man. I don't know. Okay. So, our brother, Sandy Darity, and speaking of G-Man, damn, G-Man was like, man, that HR40, that bullshit in my last cast. And yes, that bullshit on his face. And I'm glad that Darity had to swoop through and rearrange furniture in that bitch. Our brother Darity, he's the guy. I'll just give my quick little synopsis of Sandy Darity. Sandy Darity, on Twitter, he's the guy that's going to get on Twitter and go in. You'll see him battling professors and educators and shit like that. You know what I mean? You'll see him battling professors. And I was like, oh yeah. One time I saw him going in on some guy. I forget his name. I want to say Nance. It might have been Malcolm Nance. Because Malcolm Nance be talking shit about ADOS, talking about ADOS is MAGA and all of this shit. It might have been Malcolm Nance, maybe from like a 6-7 months back. But you know, he was going in on him like, you know, ADOS, look, we ain't about that bullshit. He ain't say it like that. He's like, you know, we're a serious group. You know what I mean? We're serious lineage, serious. He just break it down some basics. And I think the issue was that this guy was trying to say ADOS need to be about some Pan-Africanism shit. There was one of them kind of debates that was going on. So, you know, I came with the receipts like, look, man, just because it's your specialty to be, because I pulled up his educator file, like, okay, I'm seeing all his specialties, and it's African this and African this, African. He's a guy who's about African specialties, and it might be Malcolm Nance, it might be another dude. I don't want to misattribute, but Malcolm Nance be on that hating shit. But me and Darity was double teaming the dude because his motherfucking ass is in the fucking timelines talking shit. So, you know, that was one of my early memories of going to war with Darity. I always offer anybody, look, y'all wanna get up in the chat or get up in the timelines and go at motherfuckers. I'm down for that. Your boy P is down for that. Tag me in on some shit on the receipt game. I'll come in and just drop receipts. That was my first time really doing that with Darity. Usually I'll just, you know, retweet his stuff or whatever. But I was like, yo, let me jump into battle right fast. Whatever. Darity, one of these dudes, he'll get on you on some real shit. Like, people start talking that shit like, oh, you know, my people are from Germany. So, you know, we came after slavery or some shit. So why do we owe reparations? He'll get on the why do we owe reparations people, which is why I fuck with him. I fuck with him for that. But what he'll say some shit like, make a case for it. Make a case for the people who are white immigrants in terms of what they're owed. And it's something that can be looked at. But I don't care about them. I care about black people. I care about us. He'll flip it like that. Yo, somebody will come up talking that shit like, oh, I'm 1/4 black. I found out I was 1/4 black. What about me? What do I get in terms of reparations? Make a case for it. And that's something that can be looked into. But I don't care about y'all. We talking about, I care about my people. So I like him for that. Now, you know me, I'm on my channel, I go and get the receipt of why your people from this particular place owe. And what type of benefits y'all got. That's one of the benefits of my channel. I get that type of depth where I'm at. But there he come with the look. Make a case. Make a case. Make a case. I mean, make a case and we'll talk about it. But I don't care about y'all. That's what I fuck with him for. You know what I mean? He's also the guy that says, you know, if you're trying to claim reparations, look, you need to be able to have a direct descendant, a direct progenitor rather, that was a slave. You need to be a descendant of them, and up to 10 years back, at least 10 years back, you need to have some sort of record of you identifying as foundational black Americans. So all you motherfuckers sitting up talking about, I'm Dominican, yeah, motherfucker, all right, catch your ass on this hone-in that we got going on. You know what I mean? And one thing he also did very recently, he sent a letter out to what he calls rogue ADOS chapters not too long ago. I want to know what that looked like, because, you know, I be talking about lobbyism on my channel. In my very last post I did, I was talking about, look, we need to get at these ADOS chapters for the fuck of having them deal with our lobbyism directly. Boots on the ground dealing with lobbyism, right? Darity has a letter that he's put out to these ADOS chapters. So I want to look at that. I haven't pulled it up and looked at it, but I saw that just as I was about to get on and talk to y'all today. I'm like, oh, okay, that's something interesting. So I want to look into that, because I'm talking about lobbyism and us actually linking with these chapters. We want to see what kind of lines Darity has drawn in the sand behind them. So it ain't over with these chapters. We gotta, we gotta ferret out what's what. We gotta see who. We gotta sniff shit the fuck out and make sure shit real. Is what I'm getting at. All right. But on to this. Y'all know that Darity's thing is, we need reparations, restitution as he calls it. And we need tangibles to keep the reparations optimizing our community and keep the effects of the restitution long lasting, right? That's a very good look. It's just a dossier of Darity is a good look. Just looking at his dossier, it looked good to me. So I want to break down some of his sentiments that he's decided to red slash and red dash out of this HR40. I found him to be very good looking, what he pulled out the sky or whatever. First thing, brother made sure to replace this talk of African Americans with black descendant of persons enslaved in America. That's the first glaring thing that he pulled out the sky behind this shit. Let me show y'all. He made sure to do that off rip. I don't know if y'all can see that, but he made sure to do it. See if I can blow it up. So y'all can see that shit. Can it get any bigger with Google Docs? Oh, my dumb ass. There we go. How about that? How about that, Pete? Huh? See that? He made sure to change that African American shit. Right? Black descendants of persons enslaved in the United States. Right? That's off the rip. Because African American, just by that delineator African, in my opinion, it automatically huddles in these outsiders. In my opinion, I see it as huddling in outsider blacks. When I use that, that's what I meant when I used the term outsider blacks. I used that in a few videos back, and some people in my comments got mad. Just looking for a place to hate, kinda. But that's what I meant by that. And I also blocked y'all, whoever the fuck that was, talking about I shouldn't be calling people outsider blacks. I blocked your ass too. I'm sure you saw that. And, for my mods, quick message to y'all. Y'all have the authority to flag comments and send them to me for review. So, like I said, your power extends beyond the chat. Y'all can look at my comments and send me stuff for people that you think is on some bullshit. And I'll just probably block their ass. But anyway, Darity, he made sure to replace African Americans with black descendants of persons enslaved in America. And I'm sure that's pissing the Cheryl Jackson Lees off, the Karen Basses, Yvette Clarks, the comedian Sinbad, Julianne Malvo. I'm sure it's pissing them off. These people whose names is attached to this as co-sponsors right now that we know of this HR40 as they've written it. But let's move on. He took out the whole part about HR40 is meant to establish a commission to study. He took that whole part out. Erased all that shit. All that study, economic disenfranchisement type shit, to study the impact of slavery and then make recommendations to Congress about what to do about it, blah, blah, blah. All that crap was redacted. And I salute him for that. All that waffling that we talked about, that the brother G-Man Kondo say make it full of shit. I'm sure. You know what I'm saying? Fuck a study. Up that money, motherfucker. Up that money is what he trying to land this shit at. Fuck studying. He took all that shit out. He also changed the date range of account for the timeline of slavery, because they had been saying, 1619 to, they kept switching between 1619, 1789. That's the first year that the Constitution was officially ratified. They put 1565 in there. I'm not too sure why they did that. I would assume just from a historical point, they might have been trying to wedge in something to do with colonial Florida, because y'all know 1565 was the year that Don Pedro Mendez, the dude that founded St. Augustine in Florida. And when he showed up, he had some slaves on his boat with him or whatever that he brought over. But, he was a conquistador. He came over with slaves. But, there were free black people that he met when he showed up in Florida. There were some free black folk there. So I'm not too sure why he was looking at it like that. Maybe he was like, look, man, I don't want nobody to even try to muddle up this. Let's just keep it straight. I don't want nobody saying, well, hey, what about them people that might have been free that this dude had met when he landed on the shores of Florida? What about the people that were free? Look, let's just cut the crap type of thing. I think that's what he was going for. Cut the crap. Started at 1776. So everywhere you see the 1619, he redacted it and changed it to 1776. Because that's the official year of the start of the country. The founding date of the country. Instead of all the waffling around and them trying to make the years to be accounted for in any way confusing to the reader. We talking about something simple. You can see when the country started, motherfucker, like real simple shit. Don't try to confuse it, because they was jumping dates all through the document. You ain't trying to hear that shit. Yo, what up? Is that Black Man 903? What up, Black Man 903? What's good, man? What's good, bro? Good seeing you. John Mitchell. What up, John Mitchell? Did I say what up, Big Bora? I think I said what up, Big Bora. Bora. Yeah. So he went in like that, right? In terms of, the heavy shit, the document is about laying out disadvantage and brutality that our lineage has been put under as an expression of American culture. Because don't get it twisted. It's culture here to disrespect our lineage, in particular, to bottom cast our lineage, right? And, HR40 really played the atrocity that we face to the left, really. And I guess it was too unbearable for Brother Darity, and for his mind, he couldn't sleep at night thinking about some of the deletions of history. So in the section talking about how the U.S. profited from our disadvantage and our brutality, motherfucking congressional black Congress, they really saw played that shit. Congressional Congress, y'all really the Congress, y'all really fucked it up. They came in talking about sharecropping, the exploitation of sharecropping. They came in talking about Jim Crow, convict leasing, redlining, unequal education, and unfair treatment at the hands of the criminal justice system. And I'm like, when I read it the first time, I'm like, nah, tell us more. Tell us more, okay? Tell us more. Van Jones can make a talking point about criminal justice, goddammit. That's not specific to, that's not any way near to us being paid restitution for building a superpower. I mean, Van Jones can make a point about criminal justice and not feel shit about us getting restitution. You know what I mean? Candace Owens, Isaiah Washington, Fuck fat ass Roland Martin. These people can go on and on and on about another point they made talking about unequal education. Yo, these motherfuckers can go on and on and on about how dumb we are and how we are uneducated and how unequally educated black people are. How unequally educated we've been. That shit ain't knocking the bottom out the bottom of the pussy for me. I mean, like some of the old heads used to tell me back in the day, yo, you gotta knock the bottom out the bottom of the pussy, son. Because we're establishing a formal economic claim. This shit gotta be, you gotta get deep. We talking about what we are old here, so we gotta get deep. So I see where Darity was trying to go. So he went in and he chopped it up a little bit. So Darity started to get deep with it. He was like, look, man, on top of facing all of this different institutionalized exploitations that American life had become a culture to in dealing with us, like sharecropping, robbery, convict leasing, robbing us, especially when you talk about peonage. I mean, Americans jumped onto that peonage right after slavery as a precursor to sharecropping and convict leasing. But he made sure to annex in things like the massacres that destroyed black communities, black towns, black principalities, black property, and the appropriation of black property as a result of white people coming in warring and just fucking up shit and then snatching up land and property and misappropriated properties. He said appropriated properties. I want to say misappropriated properties, right? And they came in taking black lives. And he also said something about the use of black people for involuntary medical experimentation was another point that they need to go on and throw in there and quit trying to soft pad it. Right? So he really made sure to beef that section out and lay it on thick how it needs to be, again, setting us apart from the people in the immigrant caucus. They just want to whitewash our history and do a bunch of surface level generalizing of our lineage. And really muddle up our lineage next to theirs so they can lay false claim to the things that are owed us in the long run. That's why they made sure to write HR40 as vague and as lackadaisical as they did. Don't forget that shit. They always want to leave room for immigrant blacks to get a piece. So let's just cut the crap. This is our party we having right here. This is our party. Y'all ain't put it on this sack. Immigrants, y'all ain't put it on this sack. Y'all ain't put it on this bottle. I mean, so y'all don't get the smoke. Y'all don't get the drink. You know what I mean? Y'all ain't put it on the bottle. What the fuck? And that's what Darity is just making sure to draw a thick line in the sand about. Right? Here's something I found funny. There's a section in this HR40 talking about how the commission for HR40 is to be considered, the entity to pour over the government's role in repatriating of our lineage. Us being shipped out of America. I thought this was very commendable how he addressed this. Because he went through and just took all that shit out. Let me pull that up. Talking about us getting shipped out of America as a form of reparations. Let me get to that. 1 second. Fucker. Shipping niggas out as reparations. I don't think we realize how dirty this motherfucking document was written. We kind of gloss over certain shit. We're talking about shipping niggas out. As a matter of fact, I think I got a snippet of while I'm trying to find the page now. Watch me find the page before. Watch me find the page right when I think about going and just pulling up the little clip I got. Watch me find it. Pardon me, y'all. I'm gonna find it. There we go, because he marked it up. Alright, here we go. talking about the concept of repatriation and kicking niggas out the country as a form of reparations, right? Here it is, right here. So you see his comment. In the original document, they sitting up talking about this commission is going to go into the role which the federal and state governments of the United States supported the institution of slavery and constitutional and statutory provisions, including the extent to which such governments prevented, opposed, or restricted efforts of formerly enslaved African Americans and their descendants to repatriate to their homeland. He took all that shit out. And he's like, look, man, actually there were deeply racist advocates of repatriation. Like a motherfucker like Abraham Lincoln with his racist punk ass. And there was mobilization of both private and public resources to support repatriation. Example, the making of the settler colony of Liberia. A reparations program should not promote repatriation, although any recipient of reparations is free to use those resources to repatriate if they so desire. Right? There go my shirt right there. Here we go. That's what needs to be said. Somebody want to leave? You want to leave? You want to repatriate? We'll do that with money. Give us money. Give us money. Don't play. Dr. Lee says, who proposed that? This is an HR40. I don't know. Probably one of the hard heads. Jackson Lee. Could be her motherfucking ass. Could be Yvette Clark. Her ass. You know what I'm saying? Any of these fools that's hovering over this shit. Conyers. Any of these fools. Alright. Oh, where's the copy at? Drop a link. I'll drop a link sooner than later. I think I put a link down in the previous video I did. Or if not, just follow me on whatever. I'll tell you what. I guess the guy who sent me this link wanted this to circulate. So I don't think he'd have a problem with me just sending you that. Or if you, matter of fact, Dr. Lee, I think you follow me on Twitter, Dr. Lee. I'll DM you. I'll DM it to you. You can disseminate it at will. We all need to have it. We all need to get it out there. So I'll get it to you. Because, matter of fact, let me see. These Google links, do it work like that where we can just pull up a drive? Okay, I guess it works. We just pull up a drive. I'll post it. I won't forget. I'm looking at it right now, so I'll make a quick note to not forget. Right? But the commission, they supposed to get into the role of the federal government. And looking at the role the federal government had in this process of institutionalizing, hobbling our lineage. And the document is talking about shipping niggas out of here too. So this shit is just written all kinds of wrong. And Darity picked up on it. And I'm glad he did. He also added in a part saying, hey, the commission needs to examine the government's failure to give up land grants. If y'all saw the part that he redacted it with, that he edited it out with. He took all that shit out, talking about we need to, hey, reparations can be repatriation. He took all that shit out and he put in effect talking about, hey, look, the government had or made a assertion that they are going to give up 40 acres and a mule to niggas. So the government's failure to give up land grants, they need to examine that. This commission needs to examine that, right? So this accrued debt that is owed to us that resulted in accrued disadvantage can be handled from all angles. And Darity's making some hard-hitting points. Now understand, all this is going to lead to a report that's going to be submitted to Congress. And it's going to pass through the steps necessary to become law, in the sense that this commission is going to be established. And this commission is going to be the ground state of our reparations conversation in Congress. Okay? Which is why we need to have ground state Black America figures on this commission. They need to be on the fucking commission. Because, keep it real, we need somebody that's going to be within our locus of thought. Somebody that we vouch for, off top, sitting up in this shit. All these other groups, look, all these other groups, they have outsiders to Congress as a part of their committees and shit, right? Native Americans, they bring on outsiders to their Native American tribal committees. They got, I think, one or two of them. The Asians, they bring on congressional outsiders to keep an eye on the real Congress people that are a part of these committees or whatever. Because the Congress people, as we know it, and we've seen it, they can be flat out anti-black motherfuckers. They can be flat out cooning. And really trying to sabotage and subvert black agenda and black progress. And we know this system got a goddamn coon making factory in every state. And these people get pipelined into Congress. In a lot of cases, in many cases. There was this chick, Kimberly Klacik, out there in Baltimore that people have been kicking her in the head for the past several years. And she just made a reemergence on Twitter. I guess motherfuckers been kicking her in her head some more, stomping her fucking teeth out or whatever. And I know Tariq for sure got on her several years ago for bed winching and shit going on or whatever. She's one of these Candace Owens type chicks, right? Well, now she's running for Congress in the state of Baltimore. In the state of Maryland, my bad. Congress in the state of Baltimore. She got on fucking with Bob. I'm thinking about how she got on. She got on with this video running around the projects in Gilmore Homes and BMO. Talking about, look at all this trash. Look at all this trash. Elijah Cummings, he ain't doing nothing. Look at all this trash. She got on fleeing off of shit like that, right? We kind of got into that a little bit this week on Twitter, on social media. Once again, follow me on Twitter, PStillDGAF. You can catch all these back and forths I'll be having to deal with. But she made that her way into politics. She used to be this motherfucking, she was Miss Maryland or Miss something. She was some kind of beauty pageant bitch. And then they ushered her on over into the alt-right type crowds, and she's off and running. She's off and cooning, right? Now she's running for Congress in Maryland. So imagine a Candace Owens type bitch as a congressional representative. Imagine Candace Owens, goddammit, look at her. Imagine her as a congressional representative on one of our committees or our commissions, right? So these people get their weight up locally in the coon game locally, and then they get whisked through by white society into Congress. 9 times out of 10, it's these white people that push them, these white groups and so forth that really push them, right? And they become a part of these committees, and they be 100% team white supremacy or anti-foundational black America. So for our committee, goddammit, why not have Darity on the committee? Leading economics professor, leading economics expert on reparations in the nation. Why not have him on our committee? Why not have Tone? Why not have Yvette? Why not have Tariq? All of this, right? So there's something else I'm looking out for. Alright, because it will really just be hate coming up from this commission if we don't check it like that otherwise. And Darity jumped in on it when he was talking about how the commission is to be appointed. He went in on, let me pull up something. He went in on how this shit is supposed to be appointed. Like how we supposed to find these people. This is some good points he brought up. Brought up some very good points on how this is supposed to work. Yo, he took out a whole section. I want to talk about this, yo. He took out a whole section on pay scale. Matter of fact, let me just get to the appointment part. Let me get to this part. Because he took out a whole section on appointments and membership. Here we go. I want to just land at a few things so y'all can have a good overview in y'all brain of what this is really about. What up, Unsunken One? What's good, bro? Glad y'all made it. Glad y'all showed up. Good seeing y'all. Yo. He got him like this. He got him like this, yo. Okay, so we talking about. Why don't it change? I'm seeing the screen right here. Why don't it change to the screen? Okay, there it is. Okay, it just took a while. We're talking about appointments, right? You have to take all this shit out. The commission shall be number and appointment. The commission shall be comprised of 13 members who shall be appointed by the Congress within 90 days after the date of enactment of this act. The underlined words are him editing, and the crossed out word is him taking shit out. Alright? And he took out the whole section sitting up talking about 3 members shall be appointed by the president. Remember they was talking about the president should be appointing people? Y'all remember this bullshit? They remember this bullshit? 3 members shall be appointed by the Speaker of the House of Representatives. 1 shall be appointed by the President pro tempore of the Senate. 6 members shall be selected from major civil society and reparations organizations. Yo. Y'all remember that bullshit? Major civil rights? What the fuck? NAACP? Y'all talking about NARC? What the fuck? Who are y'all talking about? Alright? Y'all remember that bullshit? Okay, he took all that shit out. All that shit gone. No more. That shit gone. And that's how it should be. He ain't put in no edited, nothing after that. He just snatched it out and was like, look, fuck what y'all talking about. Unsunken One say, watching the hen house. That's you, Unsunken One? Let me flip it back. Yeah, Fox is watching the hen house. Hell yeah. Hell the fuck yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what y'all want us to do? What y'all want us to do? We're going to do this our way. We talking about our futures. We not playing with y'all. We're not playing. So we took all that shit out. Oh, yo, there was another section talking about paying. The payment that these people going to get to be on the committee. He took all that shit out. Let me get to it. Let me get to it. All this shit talking about how much they gonna get paid. Watch. Let me show you. Let me show you. Compensation. The commissioner shall receive no additional pay, allowances, or benefits by reason of his or her services to the commission. This is what Darity is saying. Each will be eligible to receive funds to cover their expenses for food, travel, lodging, relevant to the activities of the commission. All members of the commission shall be reimbursed for travel expenses, subsistence, or other necessary expenses incurred by them in the performance of their duties on behalf of the commission to the extent authorized by Chapter 57 of the Title 5 United States Code. This is some code laying out pay scale or some shit. But look at what this shit said previously. Each member of Congress shall receive compensation as the daily equivalent of the annual rate of the basic pay scale for GS 18. GS is general standard is what it means, or general schedule. General schedule is what it means. 18 under sections, talking about the money they're going to get. Getting paid such and such per day, including travel time, and is engaged in performance, A member of the commission who is full-time officer of employment of the U.S., United States, or Congress shall receive no additional pay allowances, yada, yada. All members of the commission shall be reimbursed for travel, yada, yada. Yeah, cut all that shit out. Y'all talking about getting paid. Nah, what Darity say? Motherfucking pay. No additional pay or allowances or benefits. Because when they start talking that GS 18, just so y'all don't get back here. Yo, when they start talking that shit about GS18, when you hear anybody in Congress or anybody that's a federal employee start talking about GS18, GS14, anything like that, these are federal employee pay scales. So if anybody who has worked as a federal government person, this is a federal pay scale kind of thing. He said, man, X all that shit. X all that shit. Stop talking that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear nothing about y'all getting paid no federal pay scale. It's like, they get, I think it starts like at 80 G's or some shit. They get some sort of, they get all these different type of little perks or some shit. With this specific standard of pay scale, this schedule of a pay scale, right? And Daddy ain't having that. He ain't hearing that. He ain't having that shit at all. You understand? So that's the real. That's what I want y'all to get out of this today. Didn't want to hold y'all too long. If y'all want to call in, y'all can still call in. My phone. Ready to talk to y'all. We want to talk. But this is what we talking about, man. We talking about making this a document that will travel well. A document that we can, while we got Jamion Fowlers out there, document we can run up to people with and be like, yo, look, here you go, Andrew Yang. While you walking about this building, he ran up on Andrew Yang recently. Was it him? Yeah, he ran up on Andrew Yang recently. Talking about, yo, what you got on these reparations? Slapped this motherfucking redacted HR40 in his hand. Now we talking. So motherfuckers can't play dumb. Like they don't know what's up. Like they don't know how we coming. Like they don't know what's out there on the plate and how we trying to eat it. Don't play. They need to know. They need to not be dumb. Right? We're talking about everything that's up for examination and what they've been deleting from our examination is gonna be what we beat them over the head with. They need to get it through their mind. Talking about this money. Talking about coming up. Closing this wealth gap. Right? So I think Darity did an excellent job in editing this document. Is that Money Love? Is that you? Yeah, what up? What up, Money Love? Good seeing you. You know what I mean? I think it was very important that he went through and did his edits on this document. We needed to see this. We needed to see this to just know how the ball rolling. And look, if any of y'all have come across this letter, I'm going to find it. But if any of y'all come across this letter that Darity is writing to the ADOS chapters, that he wrote to the ADOS chapters, the ones that he calls rogue ADOS chapters, I want to kind of get into that. I want to see what the delineation is for rogue ADOS chapters before I start going on and getting on my work I do in terms of hitting these people over the head with this lobbyism behavior. I need to know I want to know what he's saying as an OG. Like, what is he saying to disqualify and, weigh people? I want to know that. So it ain't no joke and it ain't no game. And we looking at these people through a similar lens. ADOS is a unit, and motherfucker, like, I look at Darity in the same lens I look at Tone, same lens I look at Yvette. Yo, they together with that shit. You know what I'm saying? They together. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, out of respect for the whole thing, like, on my channel, like I said, we don't take no sides, man. We just get on code and then we go soldier some shit. We just get on code and then soldier some shit. Motherfuckers are still going back and forth over the, taking little petty shots at Tone, Yvette, little petty shots at Darity. Fuck all that stupid shit. You come to my channel, you finna get coded up shit. That's what my channel is graduated to. Period. I told y'all from the jump, this was a journey in me kind of learning how to kind of meter my speech and kind of talk a certain way to try to not be, you know what I'm saying? Try to not be all the way like how I know I will be, right? So I think I've reached the point in my discourse with the public That look, yo, I'm there now. Even though YouTube will call shit like, they call shit like this hate speech. This shit that I'm doing right now, talking about laws and shit, talking about laws and legislation and what people owe. You know what I'm saying? They call this shit hate speech on my channel. There was somebody on my channel last week talking about, hey man, well hey, you know they demonetized your channel because you got that shirt talking about kill police misconduct. That probably ain't help you. That ain't help you. And to them I say, look man, they gonna fuck with me regardless. I've already told y'all that. When I started this channel, I was trying not to really go in on motherfuckers. Really trying not to go in on certain shit just because I wanted to kind of feel my way along and try to see how I can get my legs in the shit. I wasn't really trying to go overboard with whatever. I wasn't really just trying to show all of what I could do, right? Really wasn't trying to show off, right? But then I realized, oh, these motherfuckers, they gonna pull my videos if I'm not talking about nothing fucked up. If I'm not doing nothing extreme on the channel, I say, like, if I'm not doing nothing extreme, they're gonna be pulling my videos, okay. And if I'm doing some, whatever they call beyond their rules, they gonna hate, okay. So, to the person that was saying, oh, that t-shirt pushed them over the line, that made them demonetized. Look, they gonna fuck with me regardless of what I do. Good or bad, they not gonna fuck with me, alright? Like Lear Cohen is not going, he don't like me, I'm guessing. I've been targeted by YouTube. These motherfuckers, you know, you would think that the way the video game work, and I'll leave it at this, I ain't gonna keep y'all long, whatever. You would think the way the video game go, like, you put up a post, they don't like it, they let you know they don't like it, and then they pull the video. You done that for a few videos of mine, and it's been cool. But you wouldn't think that just out of nowhere, they'll just say, oh, you know what? All of your content, despite the fact that we let all of it stay on, all of your content is, oh, you know, it's hateful content. What? So, look, we got to move on our behalf regardless. Fuck the consequence. That's why I'm working on my site. We got to move on our behalf regardless. Good or bad, they going to fuck with me. They not going to like me. All right? That's just how it go. I'm resigned to that fact. It's cool. You know what I'm saying? But speaking to the point, man, like, we about us. So to know that we got a course that we want to see with this, and to know that a OG like Brother William Darity is out here, you know what I'm saying? On my channel, we gonna be in alignment with the shit. We ain't about no stupid shit on my channel. You know what I'm saying? So, that's really the business. That's really the business. Let me go through a few comments. I see people saying shit. Yo, thanks for posting that PayPal up there on Sunken One. Good job. Yo, all my mods. Yo, make sure y'all post shit like my links and shit while y'all commenting and all that. And go through my links. You see it in the description. Post all my links. My shop, PayPal, all that shit. Do all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate it. Just some comments that I thought was kind of jumping out. Violet Teloif. Yo, since it has taken so long to study, at least 30 years, dangling carrots at our people, time's up. Derry gave it to him, Cliff Note format. Right. Violet Teloif says, Tariq does not know economics, stop playing. Okay. Black Man 903 says, and they better leave Danny Glover at home. Real life. Real the fuck life. Fuck anybody that's up there shaking and talking about, you know, back when I was in California back in the day, I was doing it like this, and we had this and we had that. That's that Jesse Lee Peterson time lock talk. Stop all that time lock talk. Talking about some shit that happened 40-some years ago, or how you had it good, or how your people just did this and just did that. Motherfucker, inflation happened, nigga, since then. Inflation of the dollar happened since then, motherfucker. Shit way different than what you was living, Danny Glover. So to be sitting up in front of a White House room, sitting up talking about Oh, we did it like this. And all my people had to do, all my family had to do was we ran a couple paper routes and we did a little bit of this and that. They don't want to hear none of that shit. Shut the fuck up, man. Shut the fuck up talking to me. You understand? Really. Nigga, inflation happened, nigga. For all you people that's talking in that box and some time lock about what it was in the 40s and 50s, nigga. Yo, when Dan Glover got on the set, motherfucker was like, oh, so the dude, whoever that fat white dude was that was mediating at the time, it was like, so we're going back. That fool's like, so we're going back. God, this motherfucking crazy ass, man. What the fuck, man? You know what I'm saying? Real the fuck life, man. You know what I'm saying? Yo, G-Man Condo, shout out to G-Man. G-Man say bitch ass motherfuckers eat all the candy from fruits of the labor but don't want to pay. Hell yeah. Fuck us up. You know what I mean? Fuck us up with them, G-Man. What they say? Yo, what up, Easy Be Easy? What's good, man? What they say? 80 West repatriated 2020 says HR40 currently sits in the Judiciary Subcommittee. Democrats have a majority in that committee. Yeah, we talked. We've been on that this week. They can call for a markup session at any time. We have to pressure them into action. Yeah, all good points. All good points. 80 West repatriation 2020. Yeah. But anyway, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget that like button. Don't forget that notification bell so you know when I'm dropping. Look, my show I'm going to do tomorrow, I'm finna go in on this whole Puffy thing with Puffy talking about Comcast is bad. So I know people going to get mad and probably say I'm a hater like they all always like to do. Some of you motherfuckers is going to say I'm hating because I don't trust Puffy. Y'all gonna say I'm a hater of ADO West or whoever the fuck. We're gonna be saying stupid shit, so I'm prepared for it. Get your dumb ass ready, because I'm gonna be ready to block your fucking ass. Get your burner shit ready. Alright? I haven't said anything over the past couple of days because I want Tone and Yvette to get their point out about it. I want them to say what they gonna say about it first and get their celebration off about it. Because I am not no hater ass nigga. You stupid motherfuckers that want to think of some bitch ass shit. Okay. So, we gonna go in a little bit on that from a different vantage. It ain't nothing but a different vantage. It don't mean that, oh, Tony Yvette is blah, 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 blah. For all you motherfuckers that want to use these shits as jumping off points to start jumping on people and jumping on different new black media figures, I'm going to wipe all you motherfuckers off my shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't got to deal with y'all. Playing. Fucker. So yeah, I'm gonna do that shit tomorrow. Tune in if y'all want to. Say some hater shit or whatever like y'all do, man. Whatever. I'm gonna be in effect. I'm probably gonna be quicker on the draw than my mods is. Sniping. So y'all can say whatever. But I'm gonna give my point on it. And whatever. Fuck's my platform. I'm not beholden to nobody. I ain't beholden to Tone don't pay my bills. Yvette don't pay my bills. We working to get a common goal done. But I can say what the fuck I wanna say. Y'all mad? You mad because you pick your side of a game and I'm on a side that don't take no sides with nobody. I just want the shit to go right. Okay. Fuck you. I'll jump. Fuck you. Fuck your life. Fuck your death too. Whoever it is. Whoever. Motherfuckers been hitting me up with stupid shit all week. People I wasn't expecting to be on dumb shit all week. They've been on dumb shit for the past couple of weeks. And I'm like, I'm watching you motherfuckers. You know that, right? You know that, right? But anyway. Yeah. Let me get it, y'all.